trading business and family day. And yeah, let's see what we can do today. It's here from Admirals, the best broker ever around the world. My name is Markus, and I'm really happy to have you here in our morning briefing show. So I want to say welcome to our listeners from YouTube as well. If you watch it on YouTube right now, or maybe later as a recording, then feel free to subscribe the channel. In the button in the right corner, you can give us a like, or you can leave a comment below this video if you want. I'm looking forward to give you the answer you're asking for. So Thomas, wonderful, good morning. Masiyar, good morning. Vladimir, also good morning. Yeah, let's go to, let me share my screen first. So, and here the chat, great stuff. So where is my family this morning? Where we are. So Plumbing, good morning. Mike, Tina, Mihai, Jising, good morning. Joseph and Rainer, wonderful, good morning. So let's see what we can do today. And yeah, first of all, let's have a look at the top news or the upcoming events for today. The upcoming events today, it's we will get numbers from Canada, international merchandise trade, 1:30 London time, 1:30 US international trading goods, and as every Tuesday, the APR weekly statistical bulletin will have the Ratko, wonderful, good morning on Zoom. Yeah, that's the upcoming events. So if you are a day trader, 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes roundabout, so be careful if you're engaged in US dollar, Canadian dollar, so something like this, or maybe Dow Jones, that a little bit careful. Raquel, wonderful, good morning. I got your email, but I need time to give you the answer right away. Okay, so let me invite you. This is, by the way, admiralmarkets.com/analytics. You will find it here on Analytics Global Market Updates. You will find it here. And if you have a real account on Admirals, then you have access to the premium analytics. And there we have deeper details. So it's always worth to open a real account at Admirals, by the way. You will find the button here, live account or open a demo account. So tomorrow we have a special webinar from Paul. He's talking about scalping and intraday trading of European indices. So you click here on this picture, and then you can register for the webinar. And if you're interested in scalping, then Paul is your guy, by the way. So I am the trend trader, by the way. I'm not a scalper. If you have Telegram on your phone or on your screen, then I invite you to follow the link in Zoom and on YouTube as well. And then you will never miss an episode. We have wonderful news yesterday here about Open West MT5. So you see, we have a lot of content here on Telegram, and you should really follow this channel. And if you prefer Twitter, then you have almost the same. You go to Admiral Globals. Here we go. Where is Admiral Globals? So here we Admirals Global. So, and there you see similar content here also. And my name on Twitter, by the way, is DayTwitter70. Okay, we have a lot of things to do today. So first of all, let's have a look at the DAX trade. And yeah, we have 2 losses in a row because we cut the, here we are on the last Friday, the second trend arm. You see the second trend arm was a loser because there was no trend continuation. And this is the best proof that, you know, okay, even we have a high probability in the second trend arm, there is no guarantee. Therefore, you need to understand this deep topic of probability. Therefore, you should make this education. Okay, so then we started, we have this uptrend afterwards. We started a trade here and we cut the possible loss with the 72 pips in loss. And at the same time, the trend kept still valid. There was a balance candle, and then we opened the trade again. Yeah, and now we are deep in profit. And yeah, if you see where is the point of control, as I mentioned yesterday, the point of control switched to the lower side. And you know, I mentioned it because there was the old point of control 15,543. And I said, if we will keep the price a little bit at this stage, 15,210, then the point of control will switch. Here we go. And you see, it's volume who is responsible for the price. And you see, does it change something in our trade? No, of course not. It's just an experience. It's just an orientation. And what does it mean for us? Nothing. We just ride the trend. It's more positive for us because now we have a fair price, actually where the price is right now, which means we have much more space on the upper side, because now price is going up, and that we see that the price is, how should I say, more expensive. The price must go much higher. Yeah, so therefore we still ride the trend and everything is fine. We are in profit with almost 100 pips at the moment. And yeah, the stop loss is below the last 0.3. We ride the trend and we never intervene. Actually, there is no contrary trend, so there is no reason why we should make a short position right now, because there is no trend on the short side. So just let it go. So we have a lot of running trades right now, but before we come to the running trades, let's see our focus charts. And we start with DAX 40 in 4-hourly chart. No, that was the wrong one. Here we go. So where we are here, still in a valid trend, and the valid trend is this one. First trend arm, second, and now we're on the third trend arm. And you know, a trend continuation is always more likely than a trend break, and the trend will break below the last 0.3 here. And as long as we don't see a trend break, we have to assume that the trend continuation, the 0.2 and point of control is here, that we'll see a trend continuation. That's DAX 40 in 4-hourly chart. So then let's see British pound USD. So point of control is still on the upper side at 137.676, and first trend arm, second trend arm, and there was not really a trend continuation, which means we are still in the second trend arm, 0.2, 0.3. Yeah, and if you see a kind of stabilization there, we should measure if we have a close deeper than 38. No, not yet. We need a close lower than 38. Then we can trade out of the correction. And as long as we don't have a deeper correction than 38, the opening of the trend is at the 0.2. So I have it just on my watch list for now. And actually, it's no need to set a pending order here. Jesus Christ, what's your problem? To open a trade. But if then at the 0.2, there should be a pending order, but not yet. So keep it on your watch list. So then we have the gold price, and gold price is not really. Yeah, let's see. That's not. So here we go first. Yeah, now we have a second trend arm. That's cool. Now we're on a second trend arm. Yeah, this we can do. So gold is on the watch, switch to the watch list, because now we have a second trend arm, 0.2, 0.3. That's start of the trend. And yeah, just wait. If you see a rebound, maybe at this old 0.2 here, balance candle, then we can open a position to the upper side. So gold should be on the watch list. Not 11. Yeah, maybe this afternoon could be possible. So yeah, we have the other focus charts, we have running trades there. So we have a lot of running trades. We need a little bit more time to have trade management. And now you see, you don't have to be, not necessarily to be a day trader, even as a swing trader and trend in 4-hour chart, there is a time you have so many trades open, you have a lot of to do, you have a lot of things to do to manage your trades and to keep cool, to really keep cool. So before we come to the running trades, I want to ask you the question of today, Nastia, if you're ready for Rumble. The question of today is called, what could be your private goals in a business plan? You know, this month, the business plan is in focus. What could be your private goals in the business plan? You should write down. So first, it's your personal progress. For example, to be more patient. Or second one, find more evidences for logic in my life. Yeah, in my life. Not in trading. In trading, we know there is pure logic, but maybe find more evidences for logic in my life, private goals. In your business plan, there must be a part of private goals. So now let's go to the running trades. And we start with Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. We open the trade here in the correction because we had a correction deeper than 38. We are in, stop loss at the last 0.3. Yesterday, I thought, okay, I should trail my stop loss to cut the loss, but actually we see a kind of stabilization there. Actually, so there is nothing to do. As long as I don't have a clear, how should I say, trend continuation candle to the short side, there is no reason why I should trail the stop. Actually, I cannot see if my bus driver is drunk or not. Actually, I see, okay, it seems they want to drive in my direction. Yeah, but I can see the bottle of beer on his, close to his seat. So let's see if he will drink, and then we have to get out of the bus. Then we have an open trade in Australian dollar, Japanese yen. Here we are bit in profit. Actually, there's no trend continuation yet because we don't have a clear close. Yeah, I guess that there's. In the meantime, there is trend continuation, which means we can trail the stop here, the last 0.3. Fine. Australian dollar, maybe you will, interesting question, maybe you will see where is the target? There is no target. So I'm a trend trader. I cannot know how far the trend will go. I will never know how many trend arms this trend will develop. I don't know. So why should I interpret? Why should I cut my winners? Why? Let it go. There is two options when we close a trade. First, when the price is running into the stop loss, and the stop loss is always at the last 0.3, because at the 0.3 there will break the trend. Yeah, so or we have a contrary trend. Let's see that we get a signal and we have a hatching trend, then we can close the old one, we can open the one, or we can let it run both. But basically, stop intervene, stop interpreting, stop analyzing. It's not your job to analyze. It's your job to find a signal and to let it run. That's your job, and not to interpret, because interpreting is the personal stuff. And you are not in the stage and you are not in a position that you can influence the price. Yeah. Australian dollar, US dollar. We open the trade in the correction. Yeah, and we are waiting for a trend continuation. We should be a little bit carefully because there is a contrary trend. And is this one. So this is the contrary trend. And actually, I don't know which trend will continue. Yeah, so we are deep in the correction. And here we see actually a balance candle, but now a second balance candle occurs. Yeah, which means, okay, normally after a move, a balance candle is a sign that the move is coming to an end and the movement is showing up or the correction coming to an end. A second balanced candle in a row means, okay, the previous direction seems to continue. Yeah, so we should be prepared for both sides. In case that the price will going down, yeah, we should set a pending order on the way down. Sell stop. In case that the short trend will continue, we must be prepared. Yeah. And then we can stop the long position and can ride the short position. Bitcoin, love it. Almost 6,000 pips in whatever there is in profit. So this is what I mentioned. You can never know how far the trend will go. So we have the stop loss at the last 0.3. That's an alarm. It's just a mental stop. The previous stop loss is a little bit lower. At the previous point, at the real stop loss, broken nose is at the previous 0.3. And if I have enough space, I can work with the soft stop. Yeah. So how far can Bitcoin go right now? To be honest, who cares? It's not your job to interpret. Stop doing this. Ride the trend as long until you get a contrary signal. Yeah, just give it space. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, we are a bit in profit. And you know, we tried it twice and we cut all the time the loss, but maybe now could be the final trend continuation. I don't know yet. And I don't care about it, by the way. I don't care. Just ride the trend, let it go. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, the long position seems to continue. Therefore, there is still the contrary trend, still the red one. But I can see, okay, there were a trend continuation candle against me, against my price. Now I have to cut the loss because my bus driver is drunk and choose the wrong direction. So get out of the bus. But don't forget, if the price will not continue, we must be prepared that the red one will continue also. So Swiss franc, Japanese yen. So we have an open position. The short position was a profit trade, a positive trade. And now we have the position here. And actually, yeah, nothing to do. We are a little bit in profit, just let it go. Ride the trend. Don't interpret, don't analyze, just find a signal based on your personal strategy and then let it go. Or whatever there is, it's you don't have to follow my signals or my rules because trend trading or the Dow setup, what Mr. Dow and Edward Jones figured out, 1879, it's the pure nature of trading. Find a cheap price and then let it go. And think in probabilities and never think in money or risk or something like that. What you have to do is first, in the first place, you have to think in probabilities. And you know, every time you have less than 100%, and even you have 99%, the signals that will show up are based on coincidence. The positive and negative signals show up coincidentally, yeah, because you have probabilities. Therefore, every experienced trader will tell you, think in probabilities and never miss a signal, because you will never know which trend will be the big one. And nothing is more annoying than you have a couple of losses and then you miss the big one. This is really annoying, yeah, because losses are a part of the game. But you will never make money if you miss the big one. Okay, so focused charts, Dow Jones, still in profit, actually still in a correction, nothing to do for the moment. Euro Swiss franc, big in profit, actually in the correction, nothing to do for the moment. There is no contrary trend, so we don't have to open a hedge. Nothing to do. Also in Euro Japanese yen, Here we should be a little bit more carefully, because maybe this is a kind of interrupted move, which means normally we should assume that we see the correction here, and then the trend will continue. So now I can see, okay, there is a kind of balance candle, which means I set my alarm here higher, yeah, because it could be possible that we will see a new downtrend, yeah, and this, yeah, so be careful with this. Set an alarm here. Then we have British pound, Australian dollar. We have two trades open. The long position is still running. Long position is still running, and we are deep in profit. We cannot lose money with this trade anymore. But we have also this short trend. And you see, as I mentioned, here the price was not able to cover the downtrend, to break it, because that was a fake. It was based on news, it was a fake. And you see, well, where's the proof that it was a fake? Yeah, look at the price right now. So, and this is always the game between buyers and sellers, unexperienced traders against experienced traders. Yeah, all unexperienced traders think, oh, there's a trend break. Oh, I have to buy right now. And the experienced trader says, yeah, okay, you want to buy? I have so much I can buy. I can sell you. You want to buy? I have so much I can sell to you. Yeah, but I have so much that I kick your in the ass with your long position. Now look what's happened here. So therefore we open a contrary trend, and actually we are a bit in profit. And yeah, let's see what happens with this. Just let it go. US dollar, Canadian dollar. Also two trades open. Long position is running, and the short position actually we opened at the 0.2. Stop loss is first place at the last 0.3. And yeah, let's see if we have stronger prices, we cut it again. Yeah, but you don't know which trend will continue finally. So therefore, just let it go. The next one is US dollar, Japanese yen. Here you see what I mentioned. Yeah, the long position actually seemingly is going to continue. So, but we also have this downtrend. You remember? There was the downtrend here. So we opened a position at the 0.2 and tried to continue, but you see, okay, it was not happening. So we cut the possible loss immediately. And we realized, okay, we are still in a second trend arm here too, 0.2.3, and maybe this will happen. So therefore we were prepared for the long entry. We did it, and actually we are on the way to the 0.2. I don't know what happens next, and I don't care, because I don't have to care about what's about my trades. Yeah, the only thing what I have to do is follow the signal, follow the logic, stick to the rules under all circumstances, and then let it go. This is what you have to do. And my lovely trade is crude oil. Still running, new high at, what is it? Around about $92 right now. Still strong. Stop losses in profit. There is nothing to do for the moment. Okay, actually, there are no more signals. Just one. Oh, just one. It's New Zealand, Canadian dollar. This is a pending order. And can please talk about British pairs? No, I cannot. I can, but it's not necessary because there are no signals in British pound right now. And I don't analyze British pound. Stop doing this. Why should I? This is very interesting. Thanks for this interesting, Victor. Thanks for this question. It's nothing to do for your personal thing, but I know what you want to hear. You want to have an opinion about British pound. To be honest, I don't care, because I'm a retail trader. I'm not the one, I'm not Warren Buffett or George Soros, who broke the Bank of England. I'm a retail trader. Why should I talk about British pound? Why? I don't have to have an opinion. That's not my job. My job as a private trader is to find a signal based on my strategy, and then to ride the trend, and not to have an opinion about any currency pair. This can then ask someone else who is an analyst, but I'm not an analyst, I'm a trader, and I'm a retail trader. And as a retail trader, I have to work with probabilities and not with opinions. Yeah? So therefore, there are no signals right now. So, and the only thing that I have running in British pound is British pound Australian dollar. So that's all. And all the other pairs I talked about. So stop doing this. Just my private opinion. Just stop doing, analyzing, interpreting, having opinion, have a strategy, stick to the rules, and follow your plan. This is the only way how you can make money in trading. Is it now wrong to say that it's wrong to have an opinion? No, of course not. Yeah, you can think about whatever you want about British pound, for example, but it doesn't lead to success. And this is the problem. Having an opinion can lead, will influence your behavior. If you can make money with your opinion consistently and repeatedly, that you can make a strategy with this, then it's different. But then you should have a back test. So I'll give you a quick example. So maybe you have an opinion about British pound. Yeah, they rose the rate, for example. It must be lead to a stronger British pound. Okay, then buy it. Against what? Dollar, Japanese yen, New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar, what? Is it basically that the British pound will be stronger about the rate? They rose the rate last week. So can you make a strategy with this? And if yes, can you make a back test? Can you prove it with numbers? Yeah, so like me, trend trading, second trend arm, 72% probability. Can you prove it with this? If you can prove it, then do it. And come back to me in 5 years and show me your account. Then I believe you. 5 years. Yeah, not 3 months, 5 years. I'll let 1 year, 2 years. Yeah. So, but if you cannot prove it with numbers, because you work with probabilities, because you cannot influence the price. Yeah. If you cannot prove it with numbers, your strategy, then you waste money and you waste, that's more worse, your precious lifetime. And you steal lifetime from yourself, from your kids, and from your wife. And this is worse ever. Take an example from me. I lost my family. My wife and the kids were gone years ago. They never came back. Stop doing this. If you love your family, if you love your kids, stop doing stupid things like having an opinion. Okay? So my question for today was, what could be your private goals in the business plan? So personal progress, being more patient, 63%. So we see we have a lot of guys, they have a little bit problems with being patient. Yeah, as always, it could be a problem, a possibility to write it down in your handwritten business plan, by the way. Yeah, but because you have to be more patient. This is a very, very important. How you can do this? Yeah, find a real why, a strong why. If you have a strong why, you will find a way for the how you can get. And find more evidences for logic in my life. Yeah, I can prove it to you. I can prove it. I can prove it with a bad example and a positive example. Everything what you do, what you think, and what you say is planting a seed in your subconsciousness, and it must come back. Every seed you plant will ripen up at any time, will ripen up at any time. It must be. It's the law of cause and effect all the time. So if you do on purpose something good to someone else, yeah, write it down and think about it. There will come up a time, and time is relatively, it will come back to you that someone is doing good things to you. Have attention of it. Same on the bad side. If you are yelling to someone or shouting to someone or being rude to someone, it's the same, it's a bad seed because you watched yourself by being rude to someone. It's planting a seed. And then you will realize, maybe 1 week later, 2 weeks later, a couple of days later, whatever, you will make this experience that someone else be rude to you, is rude to you. Find this evidences in your life. I promise you, you will realize it on both sides, because it's always the same, cause and effect. So if you don't want that someone is rude to you, or if you don't want that your wife is yelling to you, or your boss, then stop yelling to others. Stop doing this. It's stupid. To be honest, it's really stupid. Think logically. It's stupid. If you don't want that people are rude to you, stop being rude to other ones. And if you want that people are nice to you and friendly and gently to you, you have to plant the seed for this. And it's the same in trading. If you want to become successful in trading, help other ones to become successful. This is what I am doing. And now imagine what we can do together. If we help other people to come to Admirals, to this show, to find the solution how to become successful. Now imagine, and Walt Disney said, what you can dream, you can do. You know what? Let's dream. Let's dream to make the world a better place. And now let's do it. Have courage and be kind. And may the force of the rules be with you. See you tomorrow.